All right, look, let me respect your time from the very beginning, right? I'm not here to motivate you and disappear. Neither am I here to give you another sweet talk. I mean, give you another sweet online speech that motivates you for 15 minutes and, I mean, changes nothing in your bank account, right? And if your current reality is a cycle of waking up every day, trying your best, spending money on transport, data, food, fuel, and still feeling like your income is permanently behind your efforts, then this video is for you. All right. My name is Joseph Michael, and for the next 25 minutes, I want to show you two practical online income paths people are using to start fixing that problem, right? Not theory, not fake lifestyle, not make millions overnight, right? Just two realistic ways to start building income that is not trapped inside the same everyday struggle many people are tired of, all right? See, you see, a lot of smart people are not broke because they are lazy, right? They are broke because nobody has shown them where to focus, right? Every week, you practically burn data on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp, watching other people make moves, right? Watching other people cash out, watching other people relocate while their own life is still stuck in a cycle. And the frustrating part is this: it's not that you don't want better, right? It's not that you're not trying. It's that you've probably been trying too many things without a proper part. So what happens? You try one thing, right? It doesn't work fast. You leave it. You try another one. You leave that one too. And before you know it, 6 months has passed and your situation is still standing where you left it. But that's what we're here to fix, right? So this is what's going to happen, right? And before we go further, right, let me address a suspicion in your mind because Nigerians they've seen more than enough nonsense online already, so you have to be careful, all right? So first, this scholarship exists because Nakupenda Technologies stepped in as a funding partner, all right? Meaning they are helping subsidize this trading because they want more young Africans plugged into useful digital opportunities, right? And also, of course, be exposed to their platform. So let me be clear. Right, this is not one of those random fake scholarships where somebody just slashes price and starts shouting. Nah, this is a real partner backed up subsidy, which means instead of waiting until you can magically afford everything at full price, you can start from where you are while the support is still available. Is that okay? So here it is. So here's how this is going to go, right? First, I'm going to show you the VA mastery program, which is for people who want a more serious long-term online income path. Then I'll show you the online survey program, right, which is for people who need something simpler and easy to start with, especially if they need useful support cash while building bigger things, right? And finally, I'm going to break down exactly how the scholarship works, the pricing, and how to claim your slots. Okay, either it's the VA program, the VA mastery, but of course, if it makes sense to you, right? So don't skip around like a confused person, right? Just take your time and watch this properly. Is that okay? All right. So let's start with the VA mastery program, right? You see, one of the biggest lies many Nigerians have come to believe is this: if I want to earn online, I must become a programmer, designer, or some advanced tech person. But the truth of the matter is that that's not true. And I'm going to tell you why I said it's not true. You see, a lot of business owners abroad, all right, are not looking for superheroes. They're not looking for Superman. They are just looking for reliable people who can help them stay organized, respond to message properly, right? Manage systems, keep communications clean, and remove stress from their day-to-day operations. And this is where virtual assistance comes in, right? And if you can learn how to communicate well, stay organized, follow instruction, and use the right tools, you can become useful to companies and founders who are willing to pay for that support. So no, this is not only for tech bro or tech sis or any of that. No, it is for serious people who are ready to become useful in the digital economy. Now, some of you might also be thinking, oh, but Michael, I don't have experience. All right. Now, let me say this, and it is very important. Now, a lot of people actually have transferable value. Listen to me. A lot of people actually have transferable value, but they have never been taught how to recognize or present it, right? They've never been taught. They've never been, I mean, no one ever shared these things with them. So if you've ever at any point managed communication, handled a follow up, kept records, coordinated people, supported a team, solved small daily problems, right? What it means is that you already have the raw material. That's what it means. You already have the raw material. Now, what you may not have is the structure, the language, and the positioning to present that properly in a global remote market, right? And this is one of the things that this program is going to help you fix, all right? Now, having said that, let's talk about real life because I mean, I'm not here to motivate you, like I said earlier. Yes, Nigeria has challenges, right? NEPA can misbehave as I'm talking to you. This is not NEPA light, it's my solar, right? NEPA can misbehave. I mean, the internet can act possessed, right? Your environment can be noisy, right? And many people are trying to build serious things inside on serious systems, right? So, no, we don't ignore those realities, right? This is exactly why this program does not just teach you the skills, right? We also show you practical setup strategies, for example, how to think about your environment, how to improve your reliability, what tools and backup system helps, right? And how to make yourself dependable enough to work professionally from where you are. Because the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, what the remote employers are looking for, right? They are not looking for people who, I mean, they are not looking for superheroes, like I said earlier, right? They are simply looking for people who they can pay for their consistency and their ability to get the job done. It's as simple as that. Now, another reason many people keep getting ignored is not because they are useless, right? It's because their CV, LinkedIn profile, and application style are still built for the wrong market. So let's be honest, many CVs in this country, right, still looks like they are designed for local government job recruitment, right? You see stuff like date of birth, state of origin, religion, marital status, your full family tree, basically. Meanwhile, the remote employer just wants to know, can this person solve the problem for me or not? So inside the program, right, we help you clean up all of that, right? We literally help you clean up all of that. We show you how to present yourself in a way that makes sense for the remote employer and applicant system without lying, of course, without all those packaging nonsense, right? And without sounding like you copied ChatGPT at midnight, right? Although if you copy ChatGPT, maybe it may help you, right? You copy it rightly, right? And God helps you, it may help you. But it's none of that, right? So first, you need to understand that today, being a strong virtual assistant is not just about being hardworking. I'll say that again. Today, being a strong virtual assistant is not just being about being hardworking, right? It's about knowing the tools that makes your work faster, sharper, and more useful. Because the truth is this: the person who knows how to work with systems will usually beat the person who is just trying to survive with raw effort. Don't forget that. So inside the VA Mastery program, you'll be introduced to the tools, modern remote professional used to, to manage tasks, to schedule property, to schedule promptly. I have some of like HubSpot, Asana, Calendly, Notion, these are tools that are used to handle communication, organize client work, and improve outputs using AI tools and support software. And this is important because many people ask me, oh, AI is the enemy, right? AI is going to take their job. But the truth of the matter is, AI is not actually the enemy. In fact, the people AI will help first are the people who know how to use it properly. So instead of fearing AI, right? Instead of thinking, oh, is AI going to take my job? No. The program will teach you how to make AI work for you because in the end, that's actually what's most important. All right. Now, another thing you need to understand that I notice is that the reason why many people, many of this program actually fail is because they teach you the skills, and then they dump you in the bush to go and figure it out yourself. But the truth is, skill alone does not automatically become income, right? You also need to know, where to position yourself, how to find opportunities, how to apply properly, and how to communicate in a way that gets attention, right? So this program doesn't just stop at, teaching you the virtual assistants. No, it also helps you to understand the paths to actual opportunities through things like, LinkedIn positioning, relevant job platforms and smart outreach methods. Because the goal is not just to get you informed, right? The goal is not to get you informed. The goal is to move you towards, right, towards getting a job, towards getting paid, right? So a lot of people also assume that remote work means you must disappear from your life and become a full-time laptop warrior overnight. But that's not always how it works, right? Because many remote support roles today are what are tax based. I mean, for what it is worth, I work remotely, right? And most of these things are tax based, system based, or flexible enough to fit around your transition period, especially if you're learning strategically. So, whether you are currently employed, you're a stay at home mom, a fresh graduate, or somebody just trying to leave survival mode, this can still be a value part for you. So the key is not trying to become everything overnight. No, no, that's not the key. You're not trying to become everything overnight. The key is building properly, building step by step. Does that make any sense at all? Awesome. So, to summarize this, the VA Mastery Program is designed to help you build a stronger long term online earning path, not by giving you empty motivation, no, but by helping you build skills, positioning, tools, confidence, visibility, and support. So by the end, you're not just sitting there saying, "Oh, I watched one webinar, one webinar about remote work." No, you actually have a clearer structure on how to move on how to move ahead. And for many people, that clarity alone is a difference between another wasted month and an actual beginning. Does that make any sense at all? Awesome. So now let's talk about let's talk about the online survey program, right? Because this program exists for one simple reason, and the reason is because it is not every online income path that gives immediate results, right? So some take time to build, right? But your bills are not waiting politely for your future breakthrough. So your data is not waiting, transportation is not waiting, fuel is not waiting, food is not waiting, small expenses are not waiting. So this program is designed for people who need a simpler entry point into online earnings, right? And something, I mean, they literally need something more accessible, something more phone friendly, and more immediately useful while they build towards something bigger. And this is not fancy money, right? This is practical support money. Okay. Now, if you have ever tried online survey before, right, and got frustrated, screened out, or confused, listen, you're not alone. All right, you're not alone. But in many cases, the issue is not that the online survey, from my experience, is not that the online surveys are automatically fake. No, the issue is that the most people enter blindly, meaning they enter using they use the wrong of the they use the wrong setup, right? They choose poor quality platform, right? They build weak profiles. And please pay attention to these things. They answer badly and they conclude that the whole thing is what is useless. So inside the program, we show you how to approach it more strategically, not randomly, because random behaviors usually does what? Usually produces random results. Now, this is one of the most important parts of the survey program. Please listen, right? Many people fail because they never understand that survey platforms are not just asking random questions for fun, right? They are trying to match certain type of people to certain research opportunities. So if your profile is weak, inconsistent, or badly structured, you will keep getting screened out, right? I've seen this over and over and over again, so I know what I'm talking about. And this is why we help you set up a stronger, more strategic profile so you can improve your chances of qualifying for better paid opportunities. It's not about lying, okay? It's about understanding how to present yourself properly inside the system, right? Now, one more thing, and this part is important for a lot of people. Now, you do not need to wait until you have a perfect setup before you can begin with this one. The survey program, you don't need that. The survey program is designed to be phone friendly, which means that if all you have right now is your smartphone, your data, and your willingness to learn the process properly, you can still start from there. And honestly, that matters because one of the biggest lies people tell themselves is, oh, I'll start when everything is ready. Meanwhile, sometimes the first thing that helps you improve your situation is simply starting from what you already have. Does that make any sense at all? All right. Now, another issue that frustrates a lot of people is this. Even when they find online opportunities, they don't know how to receive their money properly, right? So inside the program, we also walk you through the practical side of payouts, right? Of payout withdrawal, setup and all of that, right? So that when you start earning, you can see the screenshots for yourself. These are earnings from the community. So that when you start earning, you are not stranded or confused. Because what is the point of doing the work if the money is hanging in the air like a family promise, right? Exactly. You can see. Right. So one thing I also like about this program. All right, listen, please. One thing I also like about this program is that it saves people from unnecessary wandering, meaning you are not being handed just one platform. No, we're not handing you just one platform and telling you, oh, good luck, all the best. No, you get access to a curated list of 68 vetted survey platforms. So you are not wasting your time moving around from one dead end to another, right? And if one is slow, the idea is if one is slow, you have alternative. If one doesn't fit you, you have options. The point is not to leave you stranded, right? The point is to give you a map that you can depend on. Does that make any sense at all? Awesome. Now, let me be honest with you because honesty converts better than hype. You can see it's the way I'm talking to you, right? The online survey program is not the kind of thing that suddenly turns your life into a music video. It doesn't, you won't become the video, you won't become Dangote overnight. No, this is not a buy one course and wake up in Banana Island thing. No, it is not. But what this can do for you, if you approach it properly, is that it can help you reduce pressure, meaning it can help you with data, transport, fuel, small bills, and of course, some breathing space, right? While you start building towards something bigger. And for many people, this kind of support is not small at all, right? In fact, it is often the difference between always being stuck and finally having enough room to breathe, all right? Now, there is something I need to tell you, and please listen to me. This is important for both programs, right? Because a lot of people do not feel because they are incapable. They feel because they are struggling and trying to figure everything out on their own, right? They buy one thing, watch two videos, get confused, get stuck, and disappear. So why the VA mastery program and the online program, right? They are here. You also need to understand that they come with support, with guidance, and with community. So if you get stuck at any point, you are not abandoned. If you need clarity, you're not left guessing anything at all, right? If you need structure, you're not trying to build your future from random Telegram advice and half sense YouTube comments or YouTube videos and all that. No, there is support, there's weekly coaching. We have live sessions every single week. The support is here, meaning you can ask any questions you have. The guidance is there, the coaches is there, right? And you can always feel free to ask whatever questions and get breaking off the ice immediately. Does that make any sense at all? Awesome. So, excuse me. At this point, all right, the question is not whether there is an opportunity or not, all right? The question is which part actually makes the most sense for your current reality, all right? Now, if you want a more serious long-term income path with skills, positioning, and growth, then the VA Mastery Program is likely your best fit, right? If you need something right now in a simpler, more accessible support income system while you're still building bigger things, right? Then the online survey program may be the best place to start. And if you are ready, know if you, if you already know where you want, if you already know that you want both the stronger long-term part and the shorter long-term support, then the bundle gives you both together. And let me say this clearly, you don't need to start with the both of them, right? You honestly don't need to start with the both. You just need to pick one that best fits your current life. And this is just me like being very honest with you. You don't need to start with both, right? Now, let's talk about the scholarship clearly so there is no confusion, right? Under normal pricing, the VA mastery program is 35,000 naira. The online survey program is 35,000 naira. And if you wanted both, that would be 70,000 naira normally. And if you go to hustlehaven.com, www.hustlehaven.com, you actually find the prices of the stuff there. 35,000 naira, 35,000 naira each, right? But because of the Nakupenda funded scholarship support, right? Here is what applies right now. Now, if you want to choose just one program, you pay only 17,500 naira. And if you want to take both programs, which is the VA program and the online survey program, right? You pay just 25,000 naira, which means you are not being forced to wait until life becomes perfect before you can start, all right? The whole point of the scholarship is to meet people where they are and remove the usual excuse of, oh, I'll start later. Does that make any sense at all? Awesome. So just to be clear, you are not paying for vibes and grammar. If you choose the VA Mastery Program, you're getting the 5 weeks training, right? CV and positioning support. You're getting tools and AI workflow guidance. You get job access strategy. You get a mentorship and support, and of course, your certificate. And if you choose the online survey program, you're getting the setup process, the elite profile guidance. You're getting access to the vetted platforms list. You get, and that's 68, by the way. You pay out direction and what ongoing support. And if you choose both, right, you're simply giving yourself both lanes, one for building the bigger income, and of course the other for supporting your current reality. And that combination, my brother, my sister, I tell you, can be very powerful. All right. So so now I know some people might be thinking, oh, I want to see proofs and all that, and that's fine, right? I'm sure in the arts you already saw some testimonials, payer confirmation, group activity, and the student proof, right? And if you want to see more proof, no worries at all. I just don't want to waste your time. I want this video to be very short, straight to the point, right? But beyond proof, here is what you need to understand. The scholarship is limited, and as at the time of recording this, well over 30 slots have been taken already, right? And understand that Nakupenda did not fund this for the whole internet. They funded 60 slots, which means once the slots are exhausted, the scholarship closes and the price returns to 35,000, which is a normal rate. So if this makes sense to you, don't do that thing that Nigerians like to do where they say, oh, I'm still thinking about it. No. Before you come to your senses, unlike this opportunity, that packed his load and left you, right? So let me end this properly, right? If you are watching this, you know one of these programs fits where you are right now. Here is what to do. Step one, choose the program you want. You can either choose the VA Mastery program for 17,500, the online survey program for 17,500, or both programs together for 35,000 there. Step two is for you to make your payment to the Hustle Evil account on your screen. You can take a screenshot of this, right? And pay into this account. Okay. Step three is for you to send your full name and the proof of payment to 080-3279-2511. Now, this is my WhatsApp number. You send a message here. I'm always online. I'll respond to you. Right. Once that is done, you'll be added to the scholarship group for the next cohort and given the next instructions. And let me leave you with this, which is very important. Nobody is coming to magically fix your income for you. I'm telling you, nobody is coming to fix your income for you. But if you have been waiting for a practical entry point, and this is one, you don't need another month of overthinking. You need a clear move. So if this is you, act on it now, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye for now.